This week, Ovechkin made history, McDavid got embarrassed, Celebrini tied Gretzky, and the league is upside down. Here are the top 5 shocks from Week 5. Week 5 of the NHL season brought something nobody expected. History happened on the ice. Young players took over the scoring race. Teams got destroyed. The league saw drama everywhere you looked. Alex Ovechkin made history on November 5, 2025. He scored his 900th career goal against the St. Louis Blues. No player in NHL history had ever reached 900 goals before. The 40-year-old star reached this number in his 1,504th game. The goal came at 2:39 in the second period. Ovechkin grabbed a rebound from Jacob Chychrun's shot. He spun around and shot a backhand past goalie Jordan Binnington. The Washington Capitals won 6-1 that night. Of course, it's a huge number. No one ever did it in NHL history, and to be the first player ever to do it, it's a special moment, Ovechkin said after the game. The fans at Capital One Arena went crazy. Binnington tried to hide the puck in his pants to keep it. Officials caught him and took it away. Ovechkin broke Wayne Gretzky's all-time record with his 895th goal in April 2025. Now he stands alone at 900 goals. The biggest shock came from the scoring race. 2 teenagers now lead the entire NHL. Macklin Celebrini has 23 points in 15 games. Connor Bedard sits right behind him with 22 points. Celebrini is 19 years old. Bedard is 20 years old. These are the 2 most recent number 1 draft picks in the NHL. Celebrini got picked first in 2024. Bedard went first in 2023. On November 8th, both players had huge games. Bedard scored 4 points against the Calgary Flames. He had 1 goal and 3 assists in a 4-0 win. This pushed him to the top of the scoring list. Bedard became the youngest Blackhawk ever to reach 150 career points. He also became the 11th youngest player in NHL history to hit that number. But Celebrini answered right back. He scored a goal and added an assist against the Winnipeg Jets. The Sharks won 2-1. This gave Celebrini 23 points and put him back in first place. His 23 points in 15 games ties him with 2 legends. Wayne Gretzky had 23 points in his first 15 games in 1980-81. Steve Yzerman did the same thing in 1984-85. Both were teenagers at the time. The 2 young stars keep trading the top spot back and forth. They make each other better. The San Jose Sharks have a 6-6-3 record. The Chicago Blackhawks sit at 7-5-3. Both teams were expected to be terrible this season. Instead, their young stars are carrying them to wins. The Edmonton Oilers suffered their worst night in years on November 8th. Colorado beat them 9-1 at Rogers Place in Edmonton. This tied the Oilers' worst home loss ever in franchise history. The last time they lost this bad at home was January 27, 2009. Buffalo beat them 10-2 that night. Nathan MacKinnon scored 2 goals and had 2 assists for Colorado. Cale Makar and Parker Kelly both scored twice. Jack Drury also scored 2 goals. The Avalanche scored 2 goals in the first period. They added 4 goals in the second period. 3 more goals came in the third period. Edmonton coach Chris Knoblauch did not hold back after the game. "We're not even close," he said. "That's a team that's playing really well." "We're not. It's not just one game." Stuart Skinner started in goal for Edmonton. He gave up 4 goals on 13 shots before getting pulled. Calvin Pickard came in to replace him. Pickard allowed 5 goals on 21 shots. The Oilers dropped to 6-6-4 on the season. They fell to 7th place in the Pacific Division. The Anaheim Ducks shocked everyone with their 6th straight win on November 8th. They beat the Vegas Golden Knights 4-3 in overtime. Jacob Trouba scored the winning goal with 32 seconds left in overtime. The Ducks blew a 2-goal lead in the third period, but still found a way to win. Leo Carlsson scored 2 goals for Anaheim. He has 23 points in 14 games this season. Carlsson has points in 9 straight games. During that streak, he has 6 goals and 11 assists. The Ducks have a 10-3-1 record. They lead the Pacific Division with 21 points. Anaheim scored 7 goals in back-to-back games earlier in the week. They beat Dallas 7-5 on November 6th. They also beat Florida 7-3 on November 4. The Ducks have won 8 of their last 9 games. Coach Joel Quenneville called Karlsson's play putting on a show. The New York Rangers faced a strange problem at home. They got shut out for the 5th time at Madison Square Garden on November 8th. The Islanders beat them 5-0. All 5 shutouts happened at home. The Rangers are 0-6-1 at home this season. On the road, the Rangers play great. They have a 7-1-1 record away from home. But at Madison Square Garden, they cannot score. The Rangers scored 1 goal or less in 5 of their 6 home games. 4 of those games were shutouts. Center Mika Zibanejad spoke after the loss. "I don't know, honestly," he said. "I don't think I've ever been a part of something like this before." The Rangers set a franchise record for the longest winless streak at home to start a season. They tied records from 1943 to 44 and 1950 to 51. Coach Mike Sullivan said his players care deeply about the situation.
If you're a Habs fan, then rookie Ivan Demidov needs no introduction. The Montreal Canadiens announced the signing of the 19-year-old Russian forward to the utter jubilation of fans. The 19-year-old Russian player's flight was the most tracked in the world.
Something shocking is happening in Montreal. 19-year-old Ivan Demidov is racing past every other rookie in the league. His early performance has already pushed him to the top of the Calder Trophy watch list. Analysts call his rise remarkable. The data says it's real. This is the crazy reason why Ivan Demidov might win the Calder Trophy. 3 times in NHL history, a team has won the Calder Trophy in consecutive seasons. The last occurrence happened in 1968 when the Boston Bruins accomplished this feat. The Montreal Canadiens now sit in position to become the 4th franchise to achieve this milestone. Lane Hutson won the award in 2025. Ivan Demidov leads all rookies in scoring through October 2025.
Folks, we have a Calder Trophy race. Ivan Demidov is right back in it. 9 points in 10 games to start the season.
Ivan Demidov has 9 points through his first 10 NHL games in the 2025-26 season. He has scored 2 goals and recorded 7 assists. This places him first among all rookies in scoring. Demidov became the first Canadiens rookie to score 9 points in his first 10 games since Stephen LeBeau in 1989-1990. On October 25, 2025, Demidov recorded his first 3-point game in the NHL. He scored 1 goal and added 2 assists in a 4-3 victory over the Vancouver Canucks. Montreal Canadiens captain Nick Suzuki commented on Demidov's play. "He's a great player on the power play," Suzuki said. "His poise and vision, he's always finding play, finding seams. He's got a good shot, and he's probably run every single power play he's ever been on, so he's got a lot of reps on those." Head coach Martin St. Louis moved Demidov to the first power play unit before the game against Vancouver. St. Louis explained his decision. "I've known all along that Demi can play on the first power play," St. Louis said. "I got to a certain point with Demi where I felt like he had showed me that he's willing to play on the other side of the game, the defensive game, and he's bought in, and he's actually very attentive and trying to keep getting better." The Canadiens' power play statistics improved after adding Demidov to the first unit. Without Demidov on the first power play unit, Montreal averaged 93 shots per 60 minutes. With Demidov, the team produces 125 shots per 60 minutes. This represents a 34% increase in shot production. High danger scoring chances also increased. Without Demidov, the Canadiens generated 22 high danger shots per 60 minutes on the power play. With Demidov, they produce 36 high quality chances per 60 minutes. This equals a 63% increase in dangerous scoring opportunity. Demidov currently plays 13 minutes and 47 seconds per game on average. He skates on a line with Alex Newhook and Oliver Kapanen at 5-on-5. NHL conducted a preseason poll for the 2025-26 Calder Trophy race. 15 voters participated in the poll. Demidov received 74 voting points. He earned 14 first-place votes. Matthew Schaefer of the New York Islanders finished second with 39 points. Jimmy Snuggerud of the St. Louis Blues placed third with 19 points. During the 2024 NHL Scouting Combine, Demidov answered a question about which player he most resembled. "I think it's a combination of Kirill Kaprizov and Jack Hughes," Demidov told Montreal Canadiens manager. Matthew Schaefer was selected first overall by the New York Islanders in the 2025 NHL Draft. He turned 18 years old on September 5, 2025. 2025. He became the youngest defenseman in NHL history to score a game-winning goal at 18 years and 46 days old. He extended his career-opening point streak to 6 games. Schaefer recorded his first multi-point game during this stretch. Jimmy Snuggerud was selected 23rd overall by the St. Louis Blues in the 2022 NHL Draft. He scored 51 points in 40 games during his final season at the University of Minnesota. He recorded 4 points in 7 regular season games for the Blues at the end of the 2024 to 2025 season. He added 4 points in 7 playoff games. Demidov averages 2.7 shot attempts per game and 0.9 shots on goal per game through the first 10 games of the season. He maintains a +3 rating. Demidov uses a wide skating stance referred to as 10-2 positioning. This technique allows him to move east-west across the ice with speed. Elite Prospects 2024 NHL Draft Guide described Demidov's skill set. The guide stated, "Every move serves a purpose, whether improving the quality of his look as a shooter or creating openings in the defense that he can exploit as a distributor." Dan Milstein serves as Demidov's agent through Gold Star Hockey. Milstein discussed Demidov's mental approach to the season. "He deleted all social media from his phone and completely disconnected from the media," Milstein said. "Ivan focuses only on hockey and family. His personal stats don't really matter to him." The Montreal Canadiens hold an 8-3-0 record through October 28, 2025. They sit in first place in the Atlantic Division. Nick Suzuki has 13 points during a 9-game point streak. This represents the longest point streak in the NHL for the 2025 to 26 season. The Canadiens have 3 third-period comeback wins this season. This total leads the NHL. Montreal went 2 for 3 on the power play in their victory over Vancouver on October 25, 2025. The Toronto Maple Leafs have won the Calder Trophy 10 times. This represents the most wins by any franchise. The Chicago Blackhawks rank second with 9 Calder Trophy winners. 10 defensemen have won the Calder Trophy since 1980.
Demidov avoided the check. Demidov. Look out, gave it away right on the tape of Pinto. And I think a cross-checking call behind the play.
I think it's going to be a slash.
A slash, sorry. It's going against Ottawa, and Nick Cousins can't believe it. And he'll go for 2 or less.
This has been a parade to the box for Nick Cousins, unfortunately. He's going to take a little slash of Demidov into the hand here. So here's the turnover right here, the middle of the ice. And then there's a chop right on the wrist of Demidov.
A rookie star's night ended in pain. Ivan Demidov, slashed down by Nick Cousins, left the ice holding his wrist. The hit didn't just stop the play, it started something bigger. Nick Cousins delivered a 2-handed slash right across Demidov's wrist. The Canadiens rookie tried to skate off, but the pain forced him out. He was removed from the game. Before the hit, Demidov was having a strong night. He had already collected 2 assists in the game. He pushed the play against Ottawa's defense and kept creating scoring chances. His skating and passing showed why fans are so excited about him. But after the slash, his night ended early. Head coach Martin St. Louis was asked for an update right after the game. He said, "Not right now. He's still being evaluated, so not right now." That was the official word from the Canadiens bench. The team called the move by Cousins unnecessary. St. Louis added, "There's no need for that. It's an exhibition game. I don't think there's any need for that in the game." Nick Cousins delivered the chop late in the game. This was after a string of rough moments between the two teams. Reports suggest Cousins may have been retaliating after Arbor Shekaj of Montreal had been ejected earlier. Fans were quick to react. Online, they described the slash as cowardly. Analysts said the Department of Player Safety is likely to review the play. That means Cousins could face discipline before the regular season begins. Ivan Demidov's health became the biggest focus of the night. Reports later confirmed he avoided serious injury. Elliot Friedman shared on X, "Don't believe there's any long-term injury concern for Demidov after the slash he took last night." This was seen as good news for Montreal, especially with the season opener scheduled for October 8th against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Canadiens have already decided to be cautious. Demidov may sit out the next preseason game. This is to give him time to rest and recover. Alexandre Carrier also stated that none of the Canadiens players had serious injuries coming out of the game. That includes Demidov. Even with the incident, the Canadiens won the game 5-0. The score was one-sided, but the conversation after the final horn centered only on Demidov's injury. Before leaving, Demidov had shown the skill that made him a top draft pick. He helped set up goals. He pressured defenders. He drew coverage every time he carried the puck. His play stood out until the slash ended his night. The Canadiens Canadiens organization is now focused on two things: his health and the league's decision on Cousins. The NHL has not yet released an official statement, but based on past cases, a review by the Department of Player Safety could come within days. The slash happened as Montreal and Ottawa played in Quebec City. The game drew attention because of the rising rivalry between the two clubs. This preseason meeting continued that trend. Demidov's injury scare raises larger questions for the league about how much physical play is allowed in preseason games. Martin St. Louis made his position clear. He stated again that there was no need for that type of slash in an exhibition setting. His words echoed through the post-game press conference. The Canadiens are expected to update Demidov's status as soon as team doctors finish their checks. For now, the official word is precaution. They do not want to risk a setback for one of their most important young players. The Canadiens, despite the slash, showed strength in the rest of the game. They scored 5 unanswered goals. The situation will now move into league offices. The NHL will study the slash and determine if Cousins faces a fine or suspension. The video review will play a role in that outcome. If discipline comes, it will likely be announced before the Senators' next preseason game. For Montreal, all eyes remain on Demidov. His arrival in the NHL has been highly anticipated. He has been labeled as one of the top prospects of his draft class. In his short time with the Canadiens, he has already impressed fans and coaches. That is why the slash drew so much attention. It was not just about one player getting hit, it was about the future of the franchise taking a dangerous shot in a preseason setting. Elliotte Friedman's update eased some fears. His words were direct: no long-term injury concern. That statement provided the most clarity yet. It pointed to Demidov returning soon, perhaps in time for the season opener. Still, the Canadiens are not rushing. They are expected to sit him at least one game to make sure he is fully ready. The rivalry between Montreal and Ottawa has often included physical clashes. This game continued that storyline. The final score was lopsided, but the real headline became the slash, the injury scare, and the possible fallout for Nick Cousins. As of today, Demidov is being monitored daily. Reports say he is not expected to miss extended time. The Canadiens are waiting for further medical reports. The slash is being reviewed by the league. Fans and media continue to follow closely. This was not just another preseason game. It was a night when a young star was slashed hard, left the ice in pain, and sparked a wave of reaction across hockey.
Ivan Demidov just turned a rookie showcase into something no one saw coming. The Bell Center crowd watched in awe as the 19-year-old forward pulled off plays that left the arena shaking.